The worst thing that you can do as an equestrian is to have no fear whatsoever. Now, I am a show jumper. I've also worked for a 6-time Olympic eventing rider. I rode a lot of her horses as well, and I've traveled the world working in 20 different countries on 5 different continents. And let me just say from experience that there is such a thing as being too brave. Now, I know that rider confidence is a huge topic, and I'm going to be giving you some tips about how to actually develop your confidence in this video. However, I also am going to talk about how being too brave is actually one of the worst things that you can do as an equestrian. I'm going to share a real and true story with you. This is actually, I'm not going to share her real name, but once upon a time, I actually worked in the country of Romania, and I somehow found myself accidentally working as a trail guide and barn manager, and I was also in charge of training the horses for cross-country jumping and all kinds of different things. And there was a girl who was working with me, and she had this really bad habit of having no fear. Now, she didn't actually start riding until she was an adult, and she was one of those brave riders because she didn't know what she didn't know. Now, this friend of mine, she ended up putting herself in a lot of very sticky situations because she genuinely didn't know how dangerous it was. And because she had never fallen off before, really, she'd never had any bad accidents or injuries, she actually had no fear. Not necessarily because she was super brave, but because she just genuinely didn't know the risks that she was putting herself in. So in this scenario, being super brave is actually not what we want as equestrians. It is very healthy to have fear. It's very healthy and normal to, have a little bit of a lack of confidence, especially if you are doing something like, cross-country jumping or even show jumping. I mean, the jumps get big. And, having some fear or a little bit of nervousness is actually very normal and very healthy. If you think about it, I mean, from caveman days, like, we were designed to have fear for a reason. Fears are what stop us from doing stupid things and putting ourselves at risk, okay? We don't want to die because of, what we're doing. We're riding because we want to have fun and we want to enjoy it. Now, obviously, you can have too much fear. So we don't want fear which is stopping us from doing things, but we need a healthy amount of fear to keep us from, dying. One of the biggest tips which I can give you in my experiences is basically you do not need to do something until you are prepared to do that thing. So if you have a little red flag waving saying, don't do that thing, there's a difference between being, a little bit nervous because, maybe you are brand new trying to learn how to jump, or it's the first time you're jumping a cross-country jump or a log or a ditch, so that's normal. But there's a difference between a little bit of nervousness and that red flag waving in the back of your head, which is screaming at you, which is shouting at you, do not do that thing. Okay, so if you have that red flag, that is your instincts probably telling you that you're not ready or you're not prepared enough. It doesn't mean you never have to do that thing ever. It just means that maybe you need a few more riding lessons. Maybe you need an actual professional in the arena with you to actually help you guide you over that obstacle or through that thing or through that fear. Or maybe it just means that you're just not ready for that, or your horse is not ready for that, and you should be patient and just wait and keep training and practicing. Fear is actually healthy and a good thing when it comes to horses. Now, with horses as well, horses can have fears. And a lot of times I see a lot of people, especially if they love this, whole natural horsemanship, and you have to kind of desensitize your horse to everything. And I think what a lot of people don't understand is that horses they are designed, they are programmed to be fearful of things which can kill them, okay? Like, they should run away from danger. That is their instincts. So desensitizing horses for training purposes is great. However, there is such a thing as desensitizing them so much that they don't even react to things which are normal. And, as a trainer and as a coach, I actually, especially if I'm doing something like eventing or show jumping, I need my horse to have a brain. Okay, I need my horse that if I'm approaching a fence and it's wrong and it's weird and my horse is just not gonna make it, then I need my horse to not plow through the jumps. Okay, I need my horse to respect the jumps and have a little bit of fear or a little bit of instincts for, you know what, I'm not gonna make it. And maybe they, you know, I don't know, maybe they do run out. Maybe they do circle around and I have to try it again. But it's not my horse's fault. It's because, you know, I didn't set them up for success to jump the jump correctly. So I don't want that you desensitize your horse to the point that it doesn't have a brain for itself and it doesn't actually, you know, assess things and judge things. You know, if there are situations which are genuinely dangerous, your horse should, I hope, have a little bit of a respect for it. It doesn't have to do anything major. Maybe all it does is look at it and let you know, like, hey, that thing over there looks kind of sketchy. What do you think about it? That's fine. But again, fears and a little bit of nervousness can actually be a very good thing, both for your horse and for you. Now, I don't mean that the horse should be afraid of you, okay, by any means. What I'm saying is it's normal and it's healthy if the horse has some instincts or reactions to certain things which actually could be potentially dangerous. I will give an example. I was riding my 2 horses across Ireland and my mares are super like good with the semi-trucks and the traffic and the tractors, but there was a day where a tractor driver with little blades which were whirling because they were cutting the hedges, he actually backed his whirling blades into my horse, okay? Didn't actually touch her, but he jumped his tractor blades while they were going at her to purposefully try and scare her to make her move out of his way. It was a really horrible thing that guy did. I wanted to like just beat his face. I could not believe that he did that to my horse. But to be honest, she did what he wanted her to, which is she moved out of his way. And ever since then, she now no longer really trusts tractor drivers, to be honest. She's not too bad. Like, we get along just fine. It doesn't stop us from going out and riding around the world. But she has a healthy respect for tractors now. So, you know, unfortunately, that one tractor driver was just an awful human being. But I do not punish her for that because she did the right thing. She got out of his way. Okay, I mean, if she hadn't, he could have ran her over. I don't know. He was pretty crazy. So, you know, she got out of his way and now she has a healthy respect for tractors. So it's just one of those things and I accept that about her and it doesn't bother me or concern me at all. If you found this video helpful, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and also comment down below what are your experiences when it comes to fear, and do you have some situations where fear has helped you or hindered you? That's it for this video and happy trails!